I'm John Lossano alongside
Bridget Houlihan.
and we have another guest with us.
And I feel love for him.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Sure, I do too.
All right.
With, Bob Wallace.
Yeah, right, Bob.
No.
I was thinking I would do
Now, I like to share something with you. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely. I like to share something with the audience. When I saw you the other day out in the streets,
Here it comes.
I'm walking down the street with my wife. I go, grab that guy in a kilt. And my wife thought I was kidding. And I walk up to you and go, hey, Bob. And we're talking and all that.
He did.
And then when we're done, my wife's walking and she says, who was that guy? I went, that was Bob Wallace. She went, oh my God, that's Bob Wallace? Why is he in a kilt? We never asked you. You were in an entire Scottish kilt.
I am a member of the Shannon Rovers, which is an Irish
wonderful.
bagpipe band, and we do wear the same. It's a Celtic kilt, a Scottish kilt. And I was on my way to play an engagement.
Oh, awesome.
I had the
Great.
that's why I had the big bass
Right,
drum.
right.
I played him,
And then 5 minutes.
he comes, hey, Bob, Tony, hi, how you doing? You know? And he says, why are you wearing a dress? But no, true story.
5 minutes later, another guy went by in a kilt too.
And then he gives me his card. He says, I want to have you on the show. That's how you find people. You accost them in the
Exactly.
street.
I look for guys in dresses.
Yeah.
This is true, actually.
Well, up around Clark and Diversity, there's a lot of them.
Now, you spent, what, 22 years over at BBM?
I did.
Yeah, 7 Emmy Awards? Nominations? How many did you win?
I don't know, a bunch of them.
A bunch of them, yeah. What did you do there? You did the Where's Wallace, which everyone, in fact,
did that.
I'm dedicated to you in a sense because I think you are the grandfather of starting the format, what we're doing. Going out there, covering all these feature stories.
Yeah,
You're the earliest memory I have of
Well,
that.
I'm sure there were, a fellow by the name of Dave Garroway, and
Right.
it did. I mean, it's nothing that's really new, but they gave me the chance to go out and do stuff, and the goofier I got, the more they kind of liked it.
Right.
But actually, I started there as a weekend anchor.
Okay.
I did very serious stories.
Right.
We did investigations into mobile intensive care units and ambulances and things. And then I got into this feature stuff, and I think I was doing a story with a cook one time, a chef, and he was a real stiff, and I dropped the mic in his batter, and and he got all flustered, and they said, do more of that, so, and it just,
And of course, you got to work with Bill and Walter and the
Bill and
heydays
Walter,
of
yep.
CBS.
They were golden days of CBS 2 and
Absolutely.
or the CBS 2 is what they call it now. It was Channel 2 News then.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't
The
know they
10
were
o'clock
there.
news,
The 10 o'clock news.
Yeah.
And it was, the slogans they had when they went to the newsroom format.
Right.
And our newsroom, as you remember, was a real work. And people, the first time we did that, they went, Bill and Walter always came on with the ties, and Walter had his jacket off with his braces, his suspenders,
Right.
and people started calling us, he doesn't have his jacket on, and then stations all over the country copied it.
Oh, yeah.
The networks did
Amazing.
it. And
I mean, one of the things I was a child. I'm 17 now. And I remember there was a lot of walking away from the desk, going to a different desk to talk to, whether it was Johnny Morris or, Bill with, or Walter with his perspectives. That was something new. That was...
in the one of the things that Channel 2 did is that we were really the station that developed the minicam. It was the CBS Laboratories, along with Ikegami, I guess, a Japanese company that really perfected the thing. And I remember a time we used to do set pieces, like you're the anchors, and Bob has that story, and instead of being at Command Central or the tape room or whatever they call it now, satellite control. We would do pieces on set like this, so that gave it a little more weight because you're on the set with the anchors. And I did a story on set and finished the story, and they said, we got an L crash on the south side down by IIT. Got in my car. We had a minicam truck in the south loop coming back from something else. They went down, set up a signal. I drove down in my car, parked, started talking to police and firemen on the way, found out what was happening. And the signal, we had the big dish on the roof that was like the size of a Volkswagen then.
Right.
And my folks were out visiting from Boston, and my father was watching this newscast, and he was amazed. I got home, he says, I've never seen anything like it. Now in Boston, they didn't have any minicams. He said, you were in the studio at the beginning of the newscast, and 20 minutes later, you were live on the scene of the L crash.
Yeah.
And Bill was one of the greatest ad-libbers in Bill's, as you can see, the L train is still on the track, firemen are removing, and Bob Wallace is there, Bob, Bill, and it sounded like it was all planned. It was totally from the seat of our pants. But that was, it was great. It was
awesome
great
days, absolutely
great time.
awesome
Great
days.
time.
Do you think now we have live reports standing in front of, where nothing is happening? I'm standing here live where nothing has happened for 9 hours, yet I'm still here. Is it overexposed now?
Well, live still has that sort of cachet in television. Live, it's live. Well, live in front. One of the great live shots I saw since Channel 2, this is after I left, John Davis, a good friend of mine who's now their weekend anchor. John was standing up in front of, there was a telephone strike or something, and he was up in front of, I think in Skokie somewhere, a telephone office, and he was doing, and it was in the winter, it was the early news, and he was standing there doing this, and the lights were on a timer. And the lights went off. The lights in the yard. So all of a sudden, you can see them. So they're holding a little Frezzy light up on them, and John's looking for it. So the lights went off. Yeah, we didn't do it. It looked like they turned the lights off because he was doing it, but it turned out the lights were on a timer.
Oh, fine.
And they went off in the middle of it. Oh, the whole building went dark.
Now you're doing the same type of stories, but now for the city of Chicago in some sense.
A little more dignified. They don't let me, do some of the things I did with Channel 2. We're not eating cicadas or things like that.
Not yet.
I call it a 10-hour show because it seems like it's on all day long.
Chicago
it's called
Works.
Chicago Works.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on it's on only one channel, right?
It's on Channel 23. It's on cable, only in the city.
Right.
And
very much like our show. In fact,
it is. We're sister stations, and I always love it because I'll be at like Gurney Mills or somewhere, and I'll run into somebody who goes, "Hey, I see you in Chicago Works." I say, "You live in the city of Chicago? How'd you know that?"
Yeah.
Because it's only shown in the city.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a wonderful. Your colleague John Calloway had me on his broadcast a while back, and John did this. He called it Mayor Daley's TV station. The mayor has his own TV station. Well, we are a branch of the mayor's press office, and we tell people about various programs, various things the city's doing, and it's a lot
you
of
do
fun.
a wonderful. I'm hooked on your show.
I love it.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of time. Sometimes they give us 6-8 minutes.
Yeah.
To tell a story. It's fun.
So what's the coolest thing you've done recently?
I was in the sewer up in Sheridan Road.
Ooh.
They are.
I saw that one actually.
They are relining the project. It's just about finished now. There's a brick sewer down the middle of Sheridan Road from just north of Hollywood up to past Loyola.
It's right around Loyola, yeah.
Right, and the sewer is 100 years old, and it was starting. It was still working, but there was a few little voids in it. So they put this liner in it. This kind of a fabric, almost like fiberglass felt, and they pump epoxy in there, and then they pour hot water in, which puts it out to the side, and then they heat the water up, which cures the thing. So now that you've got this smooth liner in the sewer. Now we went down there first when there was all the brick, and they had this little Bobcat skid steer with a curved blade, and they were scraping up. Now we're in hip boots up to above our knees in sewage, and they're pushing this stuff down, and my cameraman, Lalo Alfetis, Lalo is scooched down, and remember, he's got hip boots on, so his butt is exposed, and this bow wave from this little thing comes down and smacks him, and he gets up, So we went down then to show what they were doing. Then we went down in it after it was all lined, and it's slick, it's very smooth. So now I'm holding on to him, and I said, Lalo, you don't want to fall in here.
Yeah.
Because it was, it's sewage,
We
folks.
should do that, and then maybe you could fall in.
I could probably get you in the sewer.
Just a thought.
Well, the guys in the water management
I need
people,
to talk to Bob afterwards.
That'd be cool, actually. No, that would be cool.
In a barrel, did you say?
No, I said it would be cool.
I thought we could get you in the rodeo in the barrel with the clown there. That would be fun.
That would be great.
I did that once.
See,
I've
seen
that.
The bull never touched me. And the clown says, he says, there's one bull it'll do. He says, this next one, he said, forget it, just go out. And a bull he got in the barrel, bounced him about 10 feet in the air. I'm glad I did that.
So how often are you out there? How often do you do, what's the grind?
Well, the show's on every night.
Okay.
And every afternoon it's on 6 or 8 times a day. It's a 2-hour show. So anytime you turn Channel 23 on, folks, on cable, only in the city.
Right.
You will find, and there are other shows, the Park District, the CHA, CTA,
Crime Watch.
The Police, Crime Watch. Peter Carl does Crime Watch. The Chicago Public Schools has a show. There's a lot of other, they give you information about what's going on in the city.
Great.
I kind of like this.
Keep it up. Keep it up, because I am enjoying it. I know John Calloway enjoys it. Bridget. So.
And I think you guys, this is fun stuff. They
yes,
wouldn't let you do this on one of those big television stations.
Yes, I know. We're happy.
But this is probably a lot more watchable than a lot of stuff.
We hope so.
My humble opinion.
Well, thank you, Bob.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Bob. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you. And I just walk off now.
There's more to come. I think you're on NUDE HIPPO, your Chicago show. Thanks, Bob.
Sits, Ubu, sits. Good dog. Good night, Mr. Walters.
Tony, can you shut up?
Meow.
Hey, you NUDE HIPPO crazy nuts. Hey, it's Bob Surratt. Hi, this is a long overdue call just to thank you guys for the mentions on the website and wherever else. Appreciate it. And same for Marianne. Hope to see you guys soon. Keep up the good work. Thanks again for your support. Bye-bye.
You've got something to say to us? Then do it, and do it now. We may read your response on a future broadcast. Just email us at feedback@nudehippo.com or just visit us on the web at www.nudehippo.com. There's more to come, so stick around.